Alright, so I just made a video about grifting. That hopefully will be my last video about grifting, about the whole subject of it. In summation, grifters do not exist to bring about actual change and disruption. A grifter's mark is not looking for actual change. The grifter understands this better than anyone else. The grifter also understands that the mark wants to be told what he or she wants to hear. And like any master salesperson, the grifter has a complete understanding of their mark. And that brings us neatly into the topic of this video. We've made videos on status. We have also theorized about and put into practice practical ways to acquire status that do not require buying luxury vehicles. I, in particular, don't necessarily care about status. I only care about hierarchy to the degree that an individual can hurt me. However, in most cases, I enjoy my own company. However, I don't live in a vacuum. I may not care about status. However, any woman that I talk to does care about status, to at least to some degree, some more than others. To them, looks and status trumps character and money. However, that is okay. People have different wants and needs. The shortest route to failure is for us to project ourselves onto others. My value to myself does not depend on another's perception of me on a ladder. However, I'm not basically wanting to bring myself home. So, um, in different examples, I'm doing community service. I donate money. I become an expert, a master. I play. I play the game. I dominate the social game. I sponsor events and organizations. I volunteer. I'm not perfect. However, I understand the assignment. It's about understanding what the other side wants so we can make things easier for ourselves. In conversations, experience has learned me to talk about, for example, hair and nails. I care about my own hair since it is a reflection of me. However, I'm not obsessed about hair and nails for the sake of being obsessed. I see hair and nails as a means to an end. They're a conversation piece to open doors to other things. From conversations with people that I know, I've learned that, for example, when it comes to nails, there are different types of nails and colors and sheens and finishes for different types of seasons. It's almost August 2025 currently, so there are probably many nails with like a sky blue nail paint in order to keep with the current season of this year. On the other hand, understanding works two ways. And for example, I like to go running. I've dedicated my life towards being a runner, especially like long distance. Anything over 3 miles. 3 miles is kind of like my baseline. I go to sleep thinking about running. I wake up thinking about running. And in the past, the girls have told me when we would text that they had went running on that day. Um, at the age of 33, I know damn well they didn't go on a run. However, they knew that I'm a psychopath when it comes to being obsessed with long distance running, and they told me that because they knew that's what I wanted to hear, so we can move things forward. On the other side, some would say that, well, I ain't running unless something's chasing me. Maybe they weren't interested in me. Maybe they truly don't like running. So maybe they meant like I'm not running unless something's chasing me. Either way, the result is still the same. Our conversation is going to get real short. Many people do not care about what their marks want, even though they want to sell them something. So they have something they want to sell, but they have no consideration about what that other person wants, which usually leads to conflict. And they believe that they can get what they want without having to put in any type of consideration. That line of thinking can work on fools some of the time. However, it will not work on all the people all the time. And on this channel, we only care about the acquisition of and the retention of power.